preseason action. Knicks steamroll them Wizards in Washington. The new look Knicks are not to be played with. No Julius, no Nerlens, no Mitch, no problem. Knicks win 117-99 behind the three-point barrage. 24 for 52 from downtown. Let's go. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP, Alex Retaros, Stratocast in the building. Al, how you feeling, man?
Feel great, man. I need to go take a shower after this, man. I'm getting too hyped over
Are you ready to jump? How you feeling right now? Are you ready to take the leap?
I am getting close to ready to jump, man. I'm hearing people. I'm not as close to doing the 60-plus wins, but I'm getting close to going over 50 at this point, by the way the preseason games have been going. But I'm trying to hold myself back.
JD sent me a DM saying it's not too late to jump on board. Oh, man. All right. Here we go. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Knicks post-game live presented by Manscaped. CP and the Stratocast on the ones and twos tonight. All right, let's start with it, man. The three ball has been potent for this team so far. 11 for 37 against the Pacers in the preseason game 1. 24 of 52 tonight. 24-52. They said the record for made threes by a Knicks team has been 20 in the regular season game. They made 24 tonight. Rose during the media day basically said that, look, they're going to try to up their attempts. They're going to try to up their attempts to about 37 to 41 per game. They hovered around the bottom thirds of the league in both attempts and makes last year, although they finished in the top 5 in percentage. This looks like it could be a real thing, man. It could be a real part of this Knicks offense this year. What's your thoughts?
I think it is, man. I mean, when you have the addition of Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier was shooting about 40% from three last season, and you have Kemba Walker, who's also a prolific three-point shooter, while you have Randall, who didn't even play tonight, and RJ, who shot 40% from three. I think it's all pointing up in the right direction. You even have D Rose, who shot I think he was close to 40% last year too, right?
Yeah, so Rose was 40. Rose was 40.
Yeah. IQ can shoot. Obi's starting to knock down shots. Even Grimes getting in on the action late towards the end of the game.
Yep.
I think it's going to be real that we have the three-point shot this season, and it only makes sense, right? Because you want to get that floor spacing. You want guys who can help create that spacing for guys like Mitch, Randall, RJ, who can operate in the paint. So it looks real. I believe it's going to be real, and I think we're getting a real taste of it right now because Tom Thibodeau takes the preseason like it's practice, and he's going to make sure all these guys – nope, not at all. He's going to take all these guys saying it's 100% every single night, because if you go 100% in practice, you make the games a lot easier for yourself.
All facts.
So I'm buying it.
Yeah, I'm buying it as well, bro. I'm definitely buying it. As you said, the floor is going to be spaced very well for Julius and RJ to operate. It's going to be a pick-your-poison situation. And then, again, on the wings, you're going to have – Kemba, you're going to have Fournier, you're going to have RJ, you're going to have Julius, depending on who's facilitating for whom. But I also think just the additions of Fournier and Kemba, playmakers, guys that can facilitate for you, along with RJ, who can facilitate, Julius, who was top-notch playmaker last year, quickly Rose, Burks off the bench. We got guys that the ball is going to move around. Over 20-something assists again tonight. The ball's just going to move naturally. And tonight, when you look at their three-point attempts on tonight and the previous game, they're not chucks. These are all shots that they're getting within the flow of the offense. And I think just having those guys that can break down a defense, make a defense move, make them bend, it's going to pay dividends for this team. So I think naturally this team is just going to improve in three-point attempts and makes just with those additions.
Absolutely. And you pointed out, you just pointed out 27 assists tonight, right? Another game of over 20 assists amongst the team. Man, that ball was moving fast tonight.
Zipping.
Really,
it was zipping.
You had quickly just driving, doing a curl baseline, finding who was it? I think you found Burks out on the wing, and then Burks passes the Rose right back to Burks, and he knocks it down for three. You have Fournier finding easy lobs to Obi Toppin in transition. You're just getting everything that you want, and it just looks like these guys have played with each other for so long, and they haven't. that Bondi article talked about how Fournier still has to get comfortable with Randall.
Yeah.
But these guys look like they're already comfortable right now, and I'm so intrigued to see what it's like midway through the season if the ball's already flying around at this pace. But adding on, like, just the ball movement alone is what's going to create the open shots for all these guys, as you said.
Yeah,
I like it.
100%. And as you said, these guys are trying to get on the same page, and that's why, unfortunately, you're not going to see McBride and Grimes and those guys until, like you saw tonight, 1 minute left in the fourth, because Tibbs is trying to get these guys rocking and rolling, ready for opening night. We got 1 week left, basically, until the start of the season. So Tibbs is not playing around. He's going to play these guys like it's a regular season game, and you saw it in the first half, man. Tibbs was vexed. I don't know if he was mad at Kev, he was mad at IQ. I don't know what he was mad at exactly, but Tibbs, you could hear him. God damn it. Called the timeout. Yo, for second quarter, man. Second quarter of a preseason game. Tibbs was in regular season 4.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, you just saw him, like, yelling at Jericho Sims, too, saying, like, put your hands up. Like, put your hands up. Like, he's ready, man. Tibbs is, I love the intensity Tibbs brings, man. It has been missed. We haven't had that since Van Gundy. It's just it's beautiful, man. It's really beautiful. Maybe you could say Woodson because he had a few good seasons under Woodson, but like the intensity that we're getting from Tibbs, and it's good too because you want to iron out all these mistakes before the regular season.
And I think it's important, bro, especially for Kemba and for Fournier to get in there and get comfortable. Rose, not a problem. Don't have to worry about him. That whole lineup, that second unit is going to be lethal against the rest of the league. It's most important just to get Kemba and Fournier on the same page with Julius and RJ. So we'll see what happens as they continue to grow. Want to shout out my guy Jay Cal in the chat. Jason Cal Canis sends a $100 super chat. His comments is 24 threes. Last year's record was 20. Thumbs up for your squad and CP. J Cal, what's going on, man? Appreciate the super chat, appreciate the love. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Who we got else? Who else sent a super chat? We got JD sends a super chat. He says, CP, you have 11 days to change your win prediction. Next time I ask you, we'll be on October 20th pregame show on KnicksFanTV. Time is running out! Exclamation point. Hashtag 50burger. Shout out to the mods and KnicksFanTV fans. Salute to JD. He already jumped out the window. He's looking for some passengers. My guy Paul Quick on the West Coast. 117 points without Julius in the lineup. Paul Quick throws the 50 burgers up. He's saying let's go. Shout out my guy Paul Quick representing the LA Knicks squad. Tim Dog sent a super chat. He says, in 50 wins, is 50 wins out of the question? I really am liking the look of this team. Al, this guy JD, he's setting off a movement here, bro.
Oh, man. JD's about to make me jump out the window. I'm telling you, man, this team is moving way too good. I'm getting way too. I know it's only preseason, but it is.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's been. I haven't seen Knicks basketball in so long.
Yeah. I think it's
what I'm saying right now.
I think it's partly that, but also, this team is deep. The team is deep, man. And like I just said before, when you have guys that can move the ball, that can shoot the three, we're going to be potent, man. Rose tonight, effortless. An effortless 15 points for Rose tonight, 8 dimes, 3 for 3 from downtown was Rose, right? Plus 20 on the night. You had RJ, 18, 4 for 8 from downtown, 4 dimes for RJ. He had 5 turnovers. We'll get to that later. Fournier, 14 points for Fournier, 2 for 7 from downtown. Kemba chipped in with 6. We'll get him going. My guy Taj is in regular season form. Efficient, 4 for 7 from the field. 8 is 6. 8 and 6 on the night in his start. And let's go to the second point of the night, man. Obi. Because Obi got the start. They say Julius and his wife are expecting, so good luck to Julius. So Obi got his start.
Congratulations to them.
Yeah, Obi got his start, and I thought overall it was a slow start for him. I think he started off well on the defensive end, jumped in the passing lane, got a steal, had a block on Harold, I believe, in terms of rim protection. But the third quarter, he opened it up, man. Third quarter, 11 points for Obi. Knocked down a couple from downtown. Burks, I forgot who found him. I think it was Fournier who found him cutting backdoor on Bertans. You know Bertans can't defend, so Fournier found Obi cutting, found him for the alley-oop. So he looked good in the third, man. What'd you think about Obi's night?
Yeah, it started off slow. I mean, you knew it was a rough start when you get a Berman tweet saying Knox had 12 points and Obi had 0 before the half.
Yeah.
So, but he came alive, as you said, in the third quarter, and he just got that confidence, man. You start to see he got into the groove of the game. He started to get his feeling for it. So it just takes time for some guys, man. I
Yeah.
think since he hasn't been in the starting lineup, he hasn't played with these guys that often. He hasn't played really with Kemba, Fournier. He doesn't play with Barrett that much. Like, he had to go find himself and figure out where does he fit in that offense. Because if it was Randall, Randall's obviously he's the catalyst of the team. No need to say more about that. But I think it just took time for Obi just to really understand where he was supposed to fit in that offense.
Yeah.
And then he was able to get his footing. And then you see he's a plus 10 for tonight, 13 points, he said, 8 boards. He was really good on defense tonight. Like, I think the defense in particular is the stuff that we were worried about last season when we drafted him. And I think he's cleaning up those concerns about his defense. He's making the good rotations, really good on help defense. He had 2 blocks tonight, man.
Yeah.
Guys who were coming in, he was ready for them.
I thought Obi was solid tonight, so good showing for him as he gets ready for year 2. Good tune-up for Obi tonight. Another story for tonight: the turnovers. Sloppy game. It was very much a preseason vibe, especially to start the game off, and also in the second quarter when they went into a bit of a drought. The ball movement was sloppy. They just didn't have it together. Weren't in sync at all. Again, RJ 5 turnovers. He's got to tighten up on his handles a little bit. 18 turnovers overall. So you don't really want to see that. Now again, conversely, Wizards didn't convert on most of those, but again, still want to tighten up in terms of the turnovers. But I think that's also a product of these guys just trying to get that chemistry, especially Kemba, Fournier, RJ. I think they just want to get on the same page. So I'm not going to trip on the turnovers, but it was still apparent tonight. 18 turnovers tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And they had 11 turnovers in the first half, but the Wizards were only able to convert 4 of those. Only for 4 points off those 11 turnovers. So it wasn't that big of a deal. You can see the Wizards still trying to get into figure out their rhythm as well. But like you said, it's nothing to be worried about. I mean, you had Obi in there. So I think once again, for starting unit, trying to figure out how do you fit Obi in there when you're the other guys as well. 2, you're still trying to learn how to play with each other, even though we saw a really good game against the Pacers earlier this week. And look, this is just a time to just try everything out since it's preseason. I know Tibbs is trying to get these guys ready to go, but this is also a time to just kind of test things, see what you can do. Like, when you have RJ going in there trying to be a little creative with his dribble and just getting guys on his hips. He had three guys. Maybe he should have passed it out sooner. Maybe he should have figured something else out. He shouldn't have forced him in that spot. But this is the time where you want to learn those things instead of during the regular season where it actually matters.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. In terms of RJ's night, look, he started off well, man. He's stepping into the threes effortlessly. Another efficient night from downtown for him. Again, there were some moments where forced the ball into the paint a little bit, a bit too much bully ball, where you wanted him to use a bit more touch, a bit more mid range. There were a couple of drives to the basket where he kind of faded away on his layups rather than looking to draw some contact. So definitely want to see RJ improve in that regard. But I thought all in all, he made some solid passes. Definitely made some solid passes. And my battery's dying here. Hang on, let me see what I can do here. Hang tight. I got my charger in here. It should be working. Yeah. But yeah, definitely made some good reads. Found Taj for a nice read in the paint. Taj hit his man with a little spin move, lost him with the footwork. The footwork is excellent, so that was a good job there by them. Quickly, I thought Quickly made some nice passes. It wasn't reflective on the stat sheet, but I thought Quick, again, working on his point guard play was fairly solid for the squad, man. Thought Quickly did fairly well.
Absolutely. And his handle, I don't know how his handle's gotten better from Summer League, but his handle looked really good tonight. I mean, when he was doing between the legs and then did the step back to hit the long 2, I forget who that was on, but I think that was in the third quarter. His handle has just gotten better. I don't know how he's done that in such a short time. I know Tibbs says he's a gym rat, but wow, such a quick turnaround time. But to get back to RJ, and I think for both him and Quickly, you're seeing the playmaking chops starting to come together a little bit. You have RJ and Quickly both driving baseline, finding guys out on the perimeter, whipping the ball around. Like you said, you had RJ finding Taj with a nice bounce pass going baseline. These guys are keeping their heads up and they're able to move the ball now instead of just trying to force it at the rim or for Quickly just getting landlocked in the middle of the paint and just looking for help somewhere else. They're keeping that dribble alive. So it's really good to see that. Very impressive on their end, and this is just adding to the playmaking and the assist rate that will just take another step up
True.
for this team.
True story, true story. My guy Paul Quick sends another super chat, says, can we show some love to Jericho? That kid is going to be a problem. Yeah, Jericho gets a start. No Noel again tonight with a sore left knee. I thought Jericho had a nice battle with Montrezl Harrell, man. Him and Montrez were going at it all night. That's a good test for him, good test for Jericho. He would finish with, how much finished Simpson? For 7 points. 13 boards, 3 steals, a block shot. Thought it was a mixed bag, had some struggles defensively earlier in the game. Again, battling Harold, that's not an easy assignment for a rookie. Offensively, try to force some things in there, but I thought he settled down and found a nice groove, getting some good experience.
Absolutely. I'm excited for Jericho Sims, man. He's big for a rookie too. Like, he is not like Mitch and out of all of our actual centers, I think he's the biggest center that we have. Like, Mitch has gotten bigger, but let me put it in different context. Like, when Mitch came into the league, Mitch was thin. Noel is still thin. Jericho is pretty big for a rookie coming into the league for playing the center position. But I like the way he battles. I like how he boxes out. I like how he's able to tip the pass to keep it within just to get to our teammates for rebounds. I like how he's just grabbing the boards really strong. When he slams it down, he slams it down. I like that. I like the hook shot that he's got. The hook shot is really nice. He's still raw though. He still has a lot to learn. But no, it was a really good battle between him and Harold tonight. But I like that he was able to get 13 boards with the second unit. That's for sure.
Got on the boards, man. So good experience there for Jericho. My guy Burks, he didn't really have it from the field tonight, 2 for 10, but he was defending out there. Pay attention. My guy Alec Burks was all over the rock, all over it at the point of attack, protecting at the rim. So he's doing what he could out there, Al. You know what I'm saying? Didn't really have it going. Only 2 for 10 from the field, but we're not worried about it, man. When he's ready to get cooking, he'll get cooking. So no worries there. But how about my guy Corner Kev? Welcome back to the team. Kevin Knox, 12 points, 6 boards, 4 of 6 from downtown. Sending a message to the coach. He said, Coach, my defense is not on point. We know this. We know this. But, hey, he's still shooting it, man. He can still let it fly. Kev was letting it fly out there tonight, man.
He was. He looked really good tonight. I like seeing Kev have a good game when he has that opportunity, right? Randall's out, so Obi's got to start. So now he stepped up and he showed, hey, I still have something. But personally, I'm not gonna read too much into this Kev game. I feel like we get all these type of Kev games way too much. But shout out to Kevin Knox for showing up tonight with the 12 points, going 4 for 6 from 3, much needed. But I'm not buying too much into it because we've seen it for the last 2 seasons where he shows up and then it goes quiet. But I like what he showed. I like what he showed for tonight. It was really good.
Yeah, I agree. And it's just, look, defensively, man. Defensively, he's just gonna have to step it up. And I'm just not sure if he's gonna be capable of that. But in the meantime, stay ready and let's see if he gets an opportunity. You know what I mean? Let's see if he gets the opportunity. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP, Alex, Ratarsa, Tradcatch in the building here. A little bit of technical difficulties on my end. It looks like it's the stream is lagging a little bit. My battery's starting to go down a little bit, but just hang tight and hang with us. Let's go to the phones. I think my guy J Cal is waiting on the Discord, so let me get to him. Hang tight 1 second. All right, J Cal live and direct on the Discord. J Cal, what's going on? Should be good. My system's lagging up a little bit. Hang on, J Cal. All right, what's going on? All right, hang tight. Little technical difficulties. Hang tight.
You using Restream?
Yeah. All right, so we're started back up. Back in. Got the connection back. YouTube is back up and running. All right, so we're good. We're good to go on the line, on the Discord. We got Jason Calcanis checking in from the Bay Area. J Cal, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling really good. Another great game. Obviously, it's just preseason, so we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, right? But I was originally 45 wins, and now I'm going to put it up at 48. I'm putting myself at a full 48 wins.
Okay.
And here's what I'm thinking after watching tonight's game, because 24 threes is obviously very notable, and we know they got those 3-point machines or robots like visual AI software up there, helping everybody get better at shooting the three. But if you look at this team, they're very well coached. They've got a level of intensity. We're very deep. You saw a level of confidence out there, right? Even when the Wizards went on a run. We're sharing the ball, and tonight we saw a lot of high-quality threes at a very high volume, which is something that Thibodeau said he wanted, right? You know what this team's reminding me of?
Who's that?
Reminding me of, like, the Warriors. It feels like the Warriors. Now, I know that's crazy to say for a Tibbs team, but I think he's adjusted to the three-point league, and he's letting them shoot, right? And seeing Kevin Knox, I don't know if you know I don't know if you noticed, I think a couple of those threes from Kevin, there was no dribble. That was like a Klay Thompson three. Just catch and shoot. And a lot of driving, kicking the ball out, a lot of, as your co-host said today, spinning the ball around. So all of that, to me, makes this team look like they're going to be very competitive. It's going to be a problem for a lot of teams to play against the second unit. They seem very strong. And then just running down some of the highlights of specific players, you know, Jericho Sims does look like he's a little lost out there at times. But, I mean, he lives 2 feet above the rim. I mean, it is incredible when he goes up, and he just has to get that confidence to dunk it. And then when you get Mitch back, I mean, this is like Twin Towers territory. I mean, the two of them could be very problematic, you know, if Jericho can stay in the game and Mitch can stay in the game, because we all know how bad his fouling was. Knox is obviously playing for his life. And then I think just quickly is going to be the story this year. I think quickly is going to be the story because he took it personal that people are like, you're just a chucker, you're Jamal Crawford 2.0. And he said, okay, I'll show you, watch my assists. And now we're seeing another aspect to his game. And he, to me, looks like the person who's going to make a jump this year and who could be like, he feels more like a starter, right? Did he look more like a starter in these games than like a bench player? Maybe I'm just getting too excited. But anyway, 45 is now going to 48. Let's all give a thumbs up to your squad.
Let's go.
I really appreciate you doing this because it's just so great for the fans to be able to get hyped and then have this interaction. I'm in the Discord now.
Absolutely.
And I just want everybody to give a 5 or 10 spot right now because we got to get you on the M1 chip with the new Apple.
That's a fact.
Everybody, $10 at a time. Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, I'm done.
J Cal, salute, man. Salute. Holding it down in the Bay Area. Appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate the call, J Cal, coming in crystal clear on the Discord. We are back up and running. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. But yeah, Al, I do think, you know, on the quickly point, I think, again, he's making a concerted effort to really work on his game as a floor general. We know the shooting is still going to be there, and it's going to be lethal. And he had some moments here where him and Rose were back on the same page tonight. And quickly we finished with 11 points, you know, modest 11, 3 for 5 from downtown. We're still lighting the nets up. But he's really trying to work on his game as a facilitator. Three dimes in the 20 minutes. Made some nice passes. He found Burks on a nice corner pass out of the pick and roll. Burks didn't convert, but quickly's working, man. He's definitely working on his game.
Absolutely. I mean, you see it. Tibbs has talked about how he's a gym rat. You heard quickly talk about how he likes Tom Thibodeau pushing him to be better. We saw this summer league where Thibodeau was talking to Quickly after every single game, coaching him, telling him what he was and was not doing. So you see that Thibodeau and Quickly both have that. They both have that understanding that Quickly wants to get better and Quickly wants to expand that game. And he's always considered himself a point guard. Even last season, right, when he was coming out of the draft, he considered himself a point guard. He considered himself a point guard going into college and then some. So I think he wants to show, the world, as you already said, that he is not just a Chuck, or even as Jason just called in and said, but to show that he does have this well-rounded game, to show that he can lead an offense, and to show that he can just control the tempo of the game. And he's slowly and surely doing that. Like, we're seeing that tonight. We're seeing, like I said earlier, like when we see him just drive and keep the dribble alive and then find Burks out on the wing, that's something you wouldn't have seen from Quickly last season. Quickly would have just had the ball and just put up a shot because that's what he was asked to do. And that was last season. Now this is this season. Tibbs may also want Quickly to be that hybrid. And we heard how Thibodeau also mentioned that, you know, most point guards today are score first. But he also believes that Quickly can also add that element of his game where he can pass and he can have that vision. So it takes time for point guards to develop. It's about a 4 to 5 year process. This is year 2 for Quickly, and he already looks good. But I agree with Jason. Like, on my pod, I said that Quickly is going to be the most improved on this team for this season, and that's because I think, one, the work ethic, two, he has something to prove, three, he has that RJ mentality that he just wants to always get better, and you just see that. So I got a lot of faith in Emmanuel Quickly for this season.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I want to shout out my guy RGT85, sends a super chat. He says, CP, gonna need you to use that Knicks clout you got, because Westchester Knicks announced they're playing 4 miles from my new place. About to act a fool. So RGT will be heading to Westchester. Probably see Jericho, probably see Jericho out there, and Aaron Sims as well. But as J. Cal said, good experience for Jericho. Had some highs and lows in this game. The rim, we allowed the Wizards way too many attempts into the paint, and I thought a lot of that was, Kemba breaking down, or Dinwiddie breaking down Kemba, to say that. And we just didn't have, Taj isn't a rim protector, and Sims being a rookie, it was a challenge. It was definitely a challenge. Obviously, at full strength, you're hoping Mitch is there to protect the guards. You're hoping Noel is there to protect the guards. And so it might not be as bad as it looked at some points tonight. But the rim protection and allowing these guys into the paint was definitely, was definitely an issue.
Absolutely, but we got to wait for Mitch and Noel to come back. I feel like Noel is just kind of just waiting for the regular season because he's also injury prone. So this is just good run for Jericho Sims. So I think they also want. I think it's also good just to see what you got in Jericho Sims. Yeah. I'm happy with this.
I'm okay with it, man. Let Noel sit on some ice, man, because we can't afford to lose him over some preseason. So it's actually not a bad idea. Shout out my guy Charlie Correa sends a super chat. He says we may never lose a game again ever. Shout out Charlie. He just told me he's coming through to the KnicksFanTV season opener, hosted by myself, JD, the Girls of Knicks Omni fan. It's gonna be a zoo. We sold over 100 tickets. It's gonna be crazy, man. The opening night is going to be an absolute zoo. So definitely looking forward to that. Call us up 657-383-1509. Gonna be a shorter show. It's fight night. Definitely trying to get out and watch the fight. So let's get to the phones. Let's go to Will from LI. Will, what's going on? Will going once. Will going once. Dave, let me know if you can hear Will. Check in with Will and see if you can hear him. Let me try one more person here, see if it's me, if I need to dial back into the switchboard. Ari, what's going on? Ari's up next. All right, I might have to dial back into the switchboard. All right, hang tight. Al, who you got in the fight tonight, man? Are you into Fury Wilder?
I got Fury, man.
Okay.
I think. Hold on. I'm not a big boxer. Hold on, let me make sure I'm getting the names right, actually, because I am going to watch this fight tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not that big of a boxer. I used to watch boxing, but then after the Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather fight, I had to get out, man. I had to get out. That was such a disappointment of the fight. I just couldn't do it. Let me just make sure I'm getting the right guy.
I hear you, man. I think it's going to be interesting to see if Wilder can prove can show that he can box. You know what I'm saying? He's got to show if he can box, man, because Fury outclassed him, I thought, in the first fight and the second. Definitely the second fight, but because obviously Fury won outright. But I thought that
it appears that the host has already dialed into the show.
Wilder, he's got to prove that he can be a boxer, not just a slugger, And so that is going to be left to be seen because Fury definitely put it on him. Dave, you got to log out of the switchboard, and then I got to jump back in. We're having an issue with the switchboard. So Dave, you have to log out of it, and then I got to log back in. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Let me salute some super chats before we go back to the phones. Malcolm Young sends a super chat. He says, love to see RJ Barrett putting Beal in jail. All defensive team in his future. Yeah, you had RJ and Beal going at it all night. I thought that was a good matchup for RJ. Obviously, Beal is Beal. He's going to get his buckets. But RJ definitely battled, man. I thought defensively he held it on. He held his own.
RJ's taking on the the major assignments because we had Bullock last season do so, right? So it was a good showing. But for guys like Bullock, you're not expecting him to lock him down completely. You're expecting him to contain him, right? Because Beal is just that type of scorer. So what he did tonight was good, man. It was a good effort from RJ. He's taking that step in the right direction, and he wants to be that two-way player. So what better way to get going than take on Bradley Beal for tonight? But it was a good effort. I like how he was able to stay in front of him. He made Bradley Beal work. That's the one thing he did. He made Bradley Beal work throughout the entire night.
Yep. All right, let me try to get back into the phones here. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP and the Stratocaster in here. As usual, the show is presented by Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com, enter promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. All right, we're just getting the phones back in order. Hang tight. Had a little bit of technical difficulties earlier. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't know why this thing is All right, you know what? I'm going to restart the switchboards. So Will Ari, call back in about 2 minutes. Let me just restart the switchboard real quick. Next super chat up, Al, is from Paul Quick. He said leftover Frank Hive with the cyber attack, and he's still whack. Hey, Frank is in Dallas doing his thing, man. Frank is in Dallas doing his thing, Paul. You know, I got nothing to say about Frank, man. Good luck to him.
Did you see the one highlight of
the Euro step?
The Euro they did?
Yeah, the Euro step was nice, man. Frank is doing his thing, man. Trust me. I think he'll actually play better with them. And
no pressure.
Yeah, it's no pressure. So he'll be all right.
You see that the Westchester Knicks are playing out in Bridgeport, Connecticut this season?
I did not see that. Why? What happened?
Well, the county center, which is in White Plains, is still used as a COVID-19 center for testing.
Oh,
so
okay.
they're relocating the Westchester Knicks to the Webster Bank area in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Got you. Next super chat comes in. Lloyd Barker-Rock Jr. says, CP, just hire me as your network engineer. You need network redundancy, fault tolerance, high availability. I got you. No, I just need a new computer. It's literally that simple, man. This thing is burnt out, and I just gotta get that M1 MacBook, man. You know, my current one is it's done its days, man. It's taken us to a certain point out, but now we just gotta upgrade, man. But I appreciate the offer though, Lord. I appreciate the offer, man.
But you just got to keep the MacBook and put it in a museum, man, because that's what you started your work on. So
that's where the magic happened, man. All right, so let me jump back into the phones again, and then we should be good to go. 657-383-1509 is the number to call. Call us up. Let us know your thoughts on the orange and blue, man. CP, Alex Charles in the building. Tomorrow night, we got the Four Horsemen back podcast. Sunday podcast is back. So that'll be good to go. And my British assistant has let me know, Al, the phones are back up and powered up. Let's go. All right, phones are back up. So while we wait for the first caller, next super chat comes from Amid Belfort. He says, Kevin Knox playing for a spot or trying to increase his trade value. Well, either way, it's going to work for him. So we'll see what happens there, man. Definitely see what happens there. All right, back to the phones we go. Let's go 347. Who is this?
Yo, is this me?
Yeah, loud and clear. What's going on?
Yo, all right. I'm gonna break this down real quick.
Let's go.
You hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. You got it, bro. Who is this first and foremost? I'm still waiting for Dave to screen the call. So who is this?
Yeah, no, I got lost in translation real quick. This is Shamar from DC. I just called in a couple of days ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so first of all, it was my birthday then, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I was freaking out. Like you, Ash, CK, even Alex, I mess with you too, bro. You my man.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all bro, I got a whole testimony, but to make a long story short, y'all got me back in the Knicks basketball. I was lost with the 19-17 win season, whatever that was, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, y'all got me back into it, and I'm back into it. I'm here right now.
Let's go.
I'm in D.C. right now. I was at the game in D.C.
Yeah, how was the vibe, man? It looked pretty empty in there, but how was the vibe?
The vibe was empty. Wait, guys, get out of here. the vibe was so empty.
Mm-hmm.
The vibe was so empty because DC fans are not New York fans.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not New York fans. There were more Knicks fans in the arena going nuts.
Easy.
I'm in there. It's me one on 8, bro. I'm 1 on 8.
Yeah.
Going at it. Going for RJ. Going for Obi. The whole thing. The whole thing, bro.
Way to rep, bro.
And it's not just me. I'm looking. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking around. I'm knowing. I'm like, yo, this guy, he knows what's up. KnicksFanTV, we all out here.
Facts.
So I got nothing else to say.
It's all good, man.
It's going up.
Let's go.
We going up,
He's
bro.
jumping out the window, Al.
That's it.
That's
Let's
it.
go.
That's it, man.
Hey, you want to hear it jump out the window?
Yeah.
You want to hear it jump out
Let's
the window?
go.
60 wins is light. 60 wins is light.
Oh,
That's light. That's
man.
light.
Saturday
That's
night.
light.
I think
That's
Shamar's
light.
having a fight party. He sounded like he had some people in the background, Al. I think he's turned up to the max. He just got home from the game. He's lit right now. So he's going 60 burger. All right, no
60,
doubt.
man.
Will from LI, what's going on, man? Back up and running. What's good?
Hey, what's going on, CP?
What's
Alex,
good, bro?
how you guys doing tonight?
Doing all right, man.
Going on.
Chill. So, first off, that game I was like, yo, when we went to that drought, I was like, listen, we don't have Peyton on this team anymore. Like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
But it was just happy to see, like, we were able to get out of it. You know, Kemba had his little rust, but Rose came in, that second unit did his thing. But I mainly wanted to talk about Kevin Knox, right? Kevin Knox showed some life today. He's not completely off life support, but he had like a little beat today, so that's great. We talked about it a little bit earlier with Frank, right?
Yeah.
I think we failed with Frank. Not even so much about what he did. but
Let's
so much
skip
about
Frank,
we
bro, because
lost
it's
him for
fight night.
nothing.
It's fight night. Well, let's skip Frank, man. We gotta get right to it, bro. We gotta keep the
Yeah,
calls
yeah, yeah.
preseason,
I'm
man.
just-
Rapid fire, man. Forget Frank, man.
Gotcha.
He's in Dallas, bro.
Gotcha,
Come on.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So basically, I just want us to be able to, if we're gonna move Kevin, we got to be able to get something for him. So, what do you think is a package we can get for Kevin Knox realistically?
Yeah.
No, nothing crazy about players. I want more picks than players because we need more assets and everything like that. So that's the first thing about Kevin Knox. And then the other thing was just about Julius Randle. How did you feel about Obi slotting in instead of Randle with everything like that?
Yeah.
So that was basically my question.
Sure. I mean, for Kev, I really wouldn't worry about trade value for Kev, man. You're not getting anything substantial, even if you traded him now. It's very low value. Better off just keeping him. And if somebody gets hurt, he gets his opportunity. Maybe he becomes an asset off the bench. But, Kev has no trade value, zero trade value right now for Kev. In terms of Obi starting for Julius, we touched on it at the top of the show. Slow start. Set a good tone defensively. Jumped in the passing lane, got a steal, got a block, finished with 2 blocks tonight. Third quarter was his. Hit 2 nice threes. Fournier found him for a nice backdoor alley. Got to the free throw line. Finished with 11 points. I thought his effort was solid. It was on the boards, 8 boards tonight out. And overall, I thought Obi had a good showing.
Yeah, Obi had a good showing today. Like as we said earlier, like he just took some time to get used to it because, like we said, like he hasn't played with all these guys in the starting rotation before. So this was just him trying to get his feet wet and then get comfortable in that role. And as for Kevin Knox, like I think the realistic trade value would be him being thrown in a filler if the Knicks were trying to do a trade. And I think his trade value right now would be 2 second-round picks, just because he hasn't really shown much last season. He didn't do anything. I'd say like max 2, depending on like who you're talking to. Like if you're talking to OKC, I feel like OKC, like all their picks are worth like what at this point? You can only so much can be worth.
Yeah.
Can have so much value. So I feel like if you were doing a trade with OKC, you can get 2, but probably 1 if you're doing with another team. But his trade value is essentially like 0 at this point because he didn't have a good third season. We saw a little bit today, but that's not really going to increase his trade value. And then his second year, he took that dip because of just poor coaching. We had Mike Miller fighting for his job, so he's going to play all the best players he could, and Knox was one of those players. So his time here on the Knicks hasn't really helped his trade value. Same thing with Frank Ntilikina, but that's just what it is. You're better off keeping him, like you said, and just having the depth.
Yep. Copy. All right, next up, let's go to Ari. Ari's in the building. What's good, bro? How you feel? You feeling better, Ari? What's going on, man?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little better. The fever's gone. I still got a wicked cough. I'm a little tired, but the fever's gone. So
Okay.
that's all that matters.
That's
but,
good.
Listen, man, listen, I think today was good and bad in multiple reasons. So the first thing that I really want to talk about, number one, I love that RJ played really good defense today, man. He's really turning into like a two-way player. The guy's 21 years old. He's playing Beal he's playing good defense, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's very good to see him working on both sides of the ball. I like that. The second thing I want to talk about, because I know it's rapid fire.
Yeah, fight night,
is,
rapid fire.
I'm a little worried. Listen, Fournier has not been looking that great. I know he's our guy. He went on our show or whatever, your show, CP. Something to look out for. But I didn't like the defense tonight, man. To be honest with you, I didn't like the defense tonight. I liked what we did on offense. I didn't like the defense tonight. I hope that this is like a one-time thing or whatever. You hear Thibodeau screaming like he's a freaking he's like a dog on the sideline, about defense and the thing about Kevin Knox is, listen, I've been with Jay from Florida. I've been this whole time. I'm not Knox hive, but I'm not like a Knox hater. I've seen, because the difference between Knox and Frank is that Knox has showed us flashes. He scored 31 points against Ben Simmons, averaged 20 points for a month. He showed us flashes. So I wouldn't give up on Knox, but it's just tough because he doesn't play defense, man. He made multiple defensive lapses today. And it's like he had such a good opportunity. He was shooting the ball well. He was playing well, but he didn't play defense tonight. And it's like Thibodeau's going to look at him. He's not going to play this guy because even though he hits 4 threes, he's not going to play. And just quickly before I get out of here, all right, public service announcement. All right, I said last episode, take the Knicks in every preseason game. CP, I told you I was doubling down when the line dropped. Okay, you guys told me tomato. I'll keep on giving you guys jewels. Keep on giving me the tomatoes. It's my comfort zone. The confrontation is my comfort zone. I enjoy this. You make me happy when you throw me the tomatoes. I don't want to be loved, man. I want the tomatoes, okay?
Ari wants to be feared, man. All right, man. All right.
That's it, man.
Peace. Sorry, man. Tomatoes are flying in the chat right now. So Ari, obviously, he won tonight's bet on the Knicks. He's prepping because football is going to be a bloodbath. Tomorrow's going to be rough for him. So he's got to win tonight. But Ari, call back tomorrow night, man. Let's see how you fared in football, man. Look, Fournier's not a superstar, Al. If you're expecting that, you have the wrong expectations. I'm looking for a guy who's going to shoot the three, knock down a couple threes, and move the ball. You know what I mean? And I think he'll be a valuable piece in this rotation if he can do just that. Move the ball,
he does.
Knock down the threes. That's what his job is going to be.
Plain and simple. It's nothing more they're looking out of him. I mean, he's a role player who can do some playmaking, who can shoot the ball. Like we saw today, he's able to drive and find guys out on the perimeter. That's something Reggie didn't do for us last season. That's the upgrade that you're paying for, so that way you can have that quick ball movement that we saw today. So that way everyone can be open, like we saw today in the last game. So you don't need Fournier to be this superstar. You don't even need him to be a star. He just needs to be a good role player and what he's supposed to do. There's nothing more that he has to do. I thought he played well tonight.
Yeah.
It was he went 2 for 7 from 3. That wasn't great, but he hit all of his free throws, went 3 from 9 from the field, had his 14 points, but he was able to draw the foul and get to the line, right? So that helps. That's why I think he played well tonight. But I'm not expecting, like you said, I'm not expecting the world out of him. As long as he can be that connector that we have, then we're set.
Yeah. Julius is the guy, man. He wasn't there tonight, so things changed. Obi got the start. He's not Julius, right? They're not running the offense through Julius, so they had to, figure out how to get on the same page. But one thing for sure, the shots were falling, man. 24 for 52 from downtown. What's the story of the game? The Knicks 3-point shooting is still on the money, so I think we'll be all right, man. What you want to see, as you said, is that 1-2 connection that Randall and Bullock had. You want to see that with Randall and Fournier. We saw that a little bit in the first preseason game, and again with Fournier being able to put the ball on the floor, move well without the ball. I think he's going to be a nice piece in his offense, and that's also why I don't necessarily think that they're going to stymie RJ's offense, because he's not. Yes, he's the usage is going to be higher up, but he's not a selfish player. You know what I'm saying? He's a very much a selfless player. So, you saw him get a hockey assist for RJ today. He got it to Kemba. Kemba got it to RJ for the corner three. I think that's what Fournier is going to bring to this offense, man.
Absolutely. And look, for RJ, like he got 17 points last. I think he got 17 points last game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got 17 last game. He got 18 tonight. He hits two more free throws. We're talking about 20 points. So he's still getting hits.
Makes a couple more of those layups. You missed a lot of bunnies, man. Left a lot of bunnies out there. So, RJ definitely had some opportunities, man. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up on the free boys. Our preseason game 2, and we got 1,600 creeping up on 2,000 people in the chat. We had 2,200, 2,300 in the first game. So listen, man, you guys know what it is. Number one show for the fans by the fans. KnicksFanTV presented by Manscaped. CP Alex Rataros on the other side. Remember, these shows are also available in audio podcast format. So if you miss it on video, you can always catch it on audio later on tonight. Shout out to the replay gang, wherever you guys are watching from around the world. If you guys are new in the chat, type in #new in the comment section. We'll shout you guys out. Remember to check out Fantastic Voyage, man. The Knicks Nation documentary, getting fire reviews all over the net right now. So make sure you guys check that out. We did a great job. Shout out to Chuck D, man, and Gianna Garrell for co-producing that with me. It was absolutely a great project and just a lot of fun to create. So definitely want to big them up and shout them out. Okay.
Yeah, it was a great project, man.
Yeah,
really
appreciate
great project.
it. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Shout out Yaro's training channel. Team #new. Yaro, what's going on? We got 6 Grimy in here. 6, what's going on? Junior says, love that documentary. Junior, let's get a G-Men victory tomorrow. I was trying to give Ashley the smoke. You see, Ashley didn't show up tonight. You know, she was running from the smoke, running from that Giants Dallas smoke. But trust me, if we win, she's gonna hear it all week. Ernest Stevenson, what's going on? Team #new. Appreciate it. My guy David Futternick in the chat, repping the West Coast Knicks contingent.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. Ricky Stewart, what's going on? Richard Miranda says, CP, great interview on 950 Lounge. Yeah, that video is also up on the channel. So shout out my guy 950 Kev, Mr. William, also in that interview. And Mr. William is also on the line. So let's go to him. Mr. William, what's going on, bro?
What's good, brother? Appreciate you. What's up, Alex? Don't forget to, hit the button, subscribe, hit them likes, support that Fantastic Voyage because that's fire. Thank you for the shout there, OCP. I appreciate that.
All good, man. All good, bro. How you doing?
Man, I'm great. Listen, I got a question, but I preface my question with a comment. I liked what I saw tonight. I always want to see Julius, but I liked to see what we have when there's no Julius. And you saw with the addition of a Kemba and a Fournier, which allows my man RJ to go hang out in the corner and catch them wide open threes on the hockey assist, and 2, makes it extremely difficult for teams to just make the double team as their pre-game prerequisite. So when you add a Julius back to that, it makes it hard for anyone to make the double team they practice. And because of that, I'm inviting everybody, I'm speaking for JD, I'm inviting everybody to come on over to the 50 burger side of the fourth.
He's jumping.
We are here. We are your fathers.
He's jumping.
Come on over to the 50 burger side, and everything will be a CP. You have time to come on over, brother. Come on in. But my question is, my question is, based off what we saw, we've seen Obi grow, we've seen quickly, we see continuity, we see dudes from last year still here. With all that said, I'm going to go back to a statement from earlier in the week and ask the question. Is the person with the most to prove, has that person become Tibbs based on all that he has to work with? I appreciate the shout out. Brother. We loved you on the 950 Lounge, and I'm out, bro.
All love, man. Mr. William from Queens on the check-in. Definitely appreciate that. I'm still going to say Julius because the players play, man. Yes, Tibbs has a lot to work with. Yes, there's depth, but the rotation is pretty much ironed out, Al. You know what I'm saying? You know the 10 people the 10 players that Tibbs is going to roll with to start the season off. So the rotation is pretty much set. The guy at the top is Julius, and he's the guy that faltered in the playoffs, choked in the playoffs, whatever you want to call it, just didn't deliver. Whether it was a criticism, was the fans right or wrong for the criticism? I think I would say a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, again, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Didn't deliver in the Hawks series. You look at the depth of that Hawks team. We needed more than just Julius, but obviously, him not having his A game, it hurt us. But he has the most to prove. He has the most to prove. There's no question. He's got to shake the demons, and hopefully this team does get into the playoffs and not into the play-in. And, we'll see what Julius playoffs Act 2 holds, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's Julius. He was the leader of the team. He still is the leader of the team, but he was the leader of last year's team, right? Mm-hmm. The offense ran through him. He was the initiator. He was everything for the team, and he underperformed in the playoffs. He has to come back and show that he is that guy. He's got the contract. He is still the leader of this team.
Still the guy.
He is the one. He is still the guy. He is on the court. Yeah, Tibbs. You could argue that Tibbs could be. He has the most to prove, but not really. Tibbs is one of the most winningest coaches in NBA history with 500 games. I think 11th with 500 games minimum to make that record, right? Tibbs has already proved himself. He knows he can take you far in the playoffs, especially if you have the horses. We saw it with and without D Rose, right? I think through 2 or 3 years that he had to go into the playoffs with the Bulls, he had to face LeBron James and the Miami Heat. Different story. But it's going to be Julius Randle. Yeah. And maybe you could say RJ Barrett because RJ didn't show up really in the playoffs last season, and still he's developing, and he has a lot of naysayers. He would probably be my number 2 because everyone still has him, like, whether it's off lists, people are still slandering him, saying that he can't be the guy. He can't be a Batman to a Robin to Julius's Batman. Yeah. I think he'd be the second guy that has a lot to prove for this season to show that, hey, I'm not just a catch and shoot guy. Where there's all the statistics by not being able to finish in the, around the rim or the mid-range. He also has stuff to prove as well. But it's definitely Julius first and foremost because he has to come back and show that it's not just winning one game. Now you got to make it either you got to take it to the next round, honestly. Yeah. Like, you can't just lose the first round. You got to take it to at least the next round saying, all right, there's some progression here. Right, I got to see some sort of progression. Can't just have a nice competitive series. You got to take it to the next level.
Agreed. Definitely agreed on that. Somebody in the chat, where are we on the fight? What's the fight status? How many fights until Wilder Fury? I need to know my ETA before I get up out of here. Let me know where we at on the fight. Somebody please in the chat drop that in there. Al, let's go to Australia. I just got word my guy Muhammad from Australia is on the check-in. Muhammad, what's going on, man?
Good. Again, fantastic show, guys. Love what you guys are doing.
Cheers, man.
So big shout out to everyone. I've been following you guys for like about 6 months to a year now. So
nice.
Great to see the growth. Love it. We love basketball down under, but we just don't have the market for it. Not big enough, but we follow it and we love it. But look, what I wanted to sort of call out this particular game is I like the fact that it's a deep team, and I think that is the uniqueness of the Knicks. They need to leverage that, and going forward, I'm saying it's a 50-burger team because this team has the depth for it, and what we saw displayed tonight was that fact that you don't need one guy scoring and other people scoring 5, 9, 0. Right. That distribution can be lethal moving forward, and my only hope is that Thibs, I don't like the word situational, I hate it, but adjust his rotation. You saw today that Kemba struggled a little bit, and everyone's going to have an off game, but then you find that small ball, you want to run with Kemba. But if he's having issues on the defensive end, you can't put the guy out there and expect him to defend someone who's 6'6", 6'5", whatever. Yeah. It isn't going to work, right? So I'm just hoping Thibs can plug in, plug out, because I think we saw last season where he would just stick with Elf and just stick with him, and just. So I'm just hoping that with the depth and the pieces with Fournier and of course Kemba, you got D Rose, that they utilize that. And look, I've been a D Rose fan since whatever. What I'm hoping, and this is why I'm going to put it out there, and maybe I'm going to get blocked, but Randall is the engine, but the heart D Rose. He's the coach's extension. So he might score 0 or he might score 25, but if that man's on the court, he is Thibs' extension on the court. And we need to see him being vocal and him being around Obi and Quick. Like that's for me, that's how you're going to see those two kids develop further. So, yeah.
No doubt. Appreciate the call, man. And trust you, you're not getting any tomatoes on the Rose comments in here, man. KnicksFanTV is where the Rose Hive flourishes out. They are in the chat right now. Rose Hive, if you are in the chat right now, throw a hashtag Rose Hive and let Muhammad know you in here, checking in from Australia. Muhammad paid a hefty bill to call this the line, man. I don't know if Muhammad knows the Discord is free, man, but we definitely appreciate the call, though. You know what I'm saying, Al? Salute to Muhammad, man.
Facts.
Yeah.
I like what he had to say about D Rose being the extension of Tom Thibodeau.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And I'd add on one more to that. I'd say Taj Gibson is too, just because they've been with Tibbs for the longest. They know what Tibbs likes to run, and they're both the veterans of that team. Mm-hmm. You know, they just been around the league for so long. They know what Tibbs wants to do. They know how to communicate with the young guys, whether it's Taj working with the big guys and Rose working with the younger guys or whoever. I feel like both of those guys are the extension when either one of them is on the court, because they just know what they have to do. They know the places they need to be. They know how to set everybody up. They know how to make the rotations. I think it's both of those guys that really make an impact on this team.
Quality veterans. Been saying it for the longest, man. And almost every guest or almost every former player we have on here talks about the importance of having quality veterans on your team. And Rose and Taj are those guys, not just from the mental aspect of the game being an extension of Tibbs and preaching what he wants down to the young guys, passing that down to the young guys, the expectations and the commitment to excellence. But on the court, they're contributing. My guy Taj is in here, footwork on 1,000, putting dudes in a spin cycle, and he's damn near 40, bro. He's ready to go. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Rose killing. Effortless performance tonight. So Muhammad is right, and I think, look, if Kemba struggles, Tibbs will have no problems going to Rose. There is no stubbornness. I don't think you're going to see much stubbornness there as he was with Peyton for some reason last year. I think if Kemba's don't got it, he's going to Rose, man, and no hesitation. And then, unfortunately, you look like we saw Rose tweak an ankle near the end of the game. So this is why it's important for Quick to work on his game as a facilitator, and I think that's why he sees that importance.
Yeah, and then when you have, if you want to add Kevin Knox to the depth, if you want to just shift Burks up to the 2, you can put Knox in at the 3 too and have him and Obi playing together. They did a little bit of that last season too. Yeah. So that's the good thing about, everyone keeps mentioning how we have the depth on this team, and it's so true. Like we really have 3 units on this team, which is insane to think about. Mm-hmm. On top of that, the other thing I want to go back to, actually, what Muhammad said was that the defense of Kemba as well, because he's a smaller guy. I'm not worried about that because throughout most of the league, there's a lot of small point guards, and your point guard's usually not your best defender anyway. It's usually a lot of help defense for your point guard. True. So I'm not too concerned about that. As long as Kemba's hitting his shots, and making the right reads, which obviously he can do. It's more so the shots than anything else. Yeah. Kemba will be just fine.
True story. True indeed. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. 1,500 on the check-in. We got 600 likes. Let's get up to 1,000 likes. Everybody right now, hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's break the YouTube algorithm. Let YouTube know this is the #1 show for the fans, by the fans. Certainly goes a long way. Also, sharing these videos goes a long way, man. So make sure that you do your part, and we'll in turn do what we got to do to keep this thing running solid. Some more super chats are coming. My guy Junior Caroma sends one. He says, salute CP and Alex. If RJ has a breakout season, Jules be Jules. Kemba and Rose stay healthy. Fournier's going to get his. OB is more consistent. IQ has a breakout season. Can this team make it? Oh, he says the team can make a deep playoff push. All right, certainly possible. Absolutely. Certainly possible, man. Chico Fernandez sends a super chat. He says, big up the homie Alex. CP joined the JD movement, making the 500 bet on the over-under. Seriously, multiple ball handlers, deep bench, top-notch D, and shooters. I am a believer, bro. Knicks are legit. All right, so salute to Chico Fernandez. He's coming through to the opening night party, man. He's coming through.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Tim Dog, salute Tim Dog. I got that super chat. Got those. Got J Cal. I got Malcolm Young. Let me refresh. See what else came in. Salute the team. Hashtag new. We just heard from Muhammad from Australia. Throw your cities in the chat, man. Type your cities in the chat. Where are you guys watching right now? We already see Muhammad from Australia on the check-in. Throw your flags in the chat if you're in another country right now, and we'll definitely shout you guys out. Jose Chavez sends a super chat. He says, Jericho Sims with 13 rebounds and 3 steals. Man needs minutes. He's already posed. He's poised like a vet, but will only get better. Yeah, Jericho certainly has the fundamentals down, and with Tim screaming him out the paint, he'll get better pretty quickly, man. So
very fast,
very fast. He's gonna learn quite fast, man. G Verb checking in from the Netherlands. G Verb, what's going on, man? Salute. All right, a couple more calls before we wrap up. Just shout out Father Peace checking in from Japan. Let's go to Shaolin. Adam in the building. Adam, what's going on?
Hey guys, what's going on? You hear me?
Yep, loud and clear, man. You good?
Yeah, so I just wanted to call in and just talk about the win. I gotta say, really played well.
Connection not sounding too good, Adam. Try to call back, bro. Try to call back. We'll get you back in. Your connection wasn't too good, man. Let's go to the Heights. Albert up next. What's going on, bro?
Oh, what's up, CP? What's up, Alex? What's up, chat?
What's
First
good?
time caller, long
What's
time
going on?
listener.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the show, bro.
What up? Thank you so much, man. I got 2 things real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the culture, the approach to the preseason, man. Tibbs was losing it on the defensive miscues.
Yeah.
The preparation, all that translates. All that's plus in the win column. And then number 2 is Obi. We wanted to see defense from him, and his hands were all over the ball. He got a couple. I think he got 2 blocks or a block, a steal. And the aggression, he got boards. He was impacting the game when he wasn't scoring, man, and that was super positive. So
sure.
I just, we can't be playing favorites with IQ, bro. We got 2 of them. We got to root for that boy to get 18, 20 minutes somehow. But thank you so much for all the hard work, man. I really appreciate it. And y'all have a good night.
Thank you, bro. Thanks a lot, Albert. Definitely appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate it. Let's go to Zona. Craig is up next. Craig sound like a new caller. What's going on, bro?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. What's going on?
Yeah, I want to talk about Jay Sims.
Yeah, what's good?
Yeah, he did 26 minutes, 13, 1 and 7, and nobody's talking about it. I don't understand why.
Well, we've been talking Jericho all show, man. You ain't been listening, Craig.
No, man, I've been listening the whole show.
What do you mean?
But
we literally just talked about it before you called in.
Yeah, well, I called before, but I've been on hold a long time. But
Okay,
that's all right, man.
all right.
But Kevin Knox did a good job too tonight. Too,
He did
at 26, 1 and 12.
Yeah, he did. He certainly did, man. Yeah, we've been talking about Jericho, bro. We show Jericho a lot of love, man.
Nah, well, I might have missed it. I'm sorry.
All good, man. Appreciate the call, Craig. Call back anytime, man. Salute to Craig. He's out in Zona, man. That's that Zona attitude, Al. You know what I'm saying? He's laid back. Mm-hmm. He's on that. He's on that Zona weather. They're just chilling, man. He probably missed it. Man.
Ain't like that New York culture, man. We're uptight.
Yeah.
On edge. Ready to go.
Yeah, we're ready to
Get
go.
out of the way.
We don't miss anything, man. Craig's out in Zona. He's chilling. Life is good in Zona, man. So salute to Craig and everybody out there out west. All right, how we looking on the fight, man? Keep me updated on the fight, people. Keep me updated on the fight. Yeah, man. T175 live in the chat said Craig is wilding in there. Yeah, we've been talking about Jericho all night, man. Jericho high, man.
Talked about at the beginning of the show, man.
Yeah.
We're talking about how he looked good with the 13 boards and 7 points and 3 steals. Dude looks good, man. I just said he was like one of the biggest centers like we've had as a rookie in a while.
Come on, Craig. All right, man. Let's go to Vegas. Brian, what's going on? You up next?
Whoa, seriously?
Yep, live and direct, brother. Live and direct, man. What's going on, bro?
Oh, my brother, you coming at me? I love it. Let's bring it. Let's do this.
Let's go.
It's been a long time. I'm on now. What are we talking?
We waiting on you, brother. We waiting on you. Shot clock is ticking, man. It's fight night.
Listen. It's fight night. I gotta say something. Just two things. I
Yeah.
just gotta say, I appreciate what you bring to the show.
Thanks a
I need
lot.
that every day. I've been listening to you for over the last 3 years. First time ever calling in.
All right, welcome
Just
to the
wanna
show,
let you
man.
know. I thank you. I appreciate that. I go back with the Knicks 50 years.
Nice.
I'm 63.
We got an
50
OG
years
on
old.
us, man. Everybody in the
All
chat,
right.
type in
I'm an
hashtag OG. Type in
Automatic
hashtag OG. Let's go.
Automatic OG. Definitely. But what I want to say to you, though, is this here.
Mm-hmm.
Two things. First, Wilder, kick his butt if you can, man. Do your best. But win this, man, because this is your identity right here. Wilder, I'm going to put you to the side because I got to get into my Knicks.
Yeah, okay.
First thing I got to say real quick about my Knicks, and I know you're on Wilder's side, but anyway, 75, we have Bradley, DeBusschere, Barnett, Clyde. I see that in these guys here. I see a little bit of that here. I see in Fournier. Everybody say Fournier is this, Fournier is that. I love Fournier. I see Bradley and Fournier make things happen. I see with RJ, that's our Barnett from the corner. That you know how Barnett used to pull up, bang, was money. I see that in him. Kemba, bring Clyde back. Kemba is definitely Clyde. I see what Rose, he is, and if anybody is going to go against it, Rose is our Monroe. Rose makes things work for us. And if you watch this past game, I saw a lot of good things from him. The other thing I got to say to you is Julius, you're going to beat DeBusschere and going to bring it home for us. All I need to say to you guys, I ain't going to even finish out the rest of the 5 to 10, that we need to continue to come hard, do our thing, play defense, score, look for open man, and we're going to be all right. CP, I don't want to even stay on that long. I just want to I live in Vegas. I follow you guys. I've been a Knicks fan for years.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for allowing me to be on your show.
Of course. Call in anytime, Brian. Call in anytime, man.
Let's bring it.
Thanks a lot,
Remember
man.
that.
Thanks a lot. All right, he finished the call well, Al. You know, Brian, he started off in preseason mode. Again, he's in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can always tell the vibe of certain people because they just very laid back. They just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, the New Yorkers seem to be, you know, they're ready to go. You know, they're ready to go from the open tip. So we won't hold that against them. Plus, he's an OG. He's seen everything that's been good about the Knicks. So, you know, we'll throw him a bone there. But, you know, look, I think the only similarities between the teams of yesteryear and now is that these guys just seem to be unselfish with the ball. 20-something assists last game, 20-something assists this game. I think that's I don't think that's an accident. I think that's how this team will play, unselfish team basketball. Now they just got to win.
Yeah.
Now they just got to win. Just simply
I agree
play.
with that.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that 100%. Like, that team was known for its defense and for sharing the rock.
Yeah.
As of right now, we're sharing the rock and we're known for our defense. So that's probably the closest thing. I don't know about the player comparisons, but definitely that's that aura that team had, like, of just playing team basketball, playing for the head coach. You know, that's what we got right now. And I just like how we have. It feels like everyone's just like in sync with each other. Like, even though we have Fournier and Walker who are new, it just feels like everyone's on the same page of what they have to get done this season.
Yeah.
From the top down. And I like that.
Agreed. Feliciano Media in the chat says Hogba versus Sanchez is in the 8th round. Now, is that the fight before Fury Wilder? Or is there another fight before Fury Wilder? Please let me know that in the chat, and then I'll act accordingly. But we're going to wrap up soon anyway. Let's go to Jay from Florida. Jay, what's going on?
Yeah, run it up, hit that like button,
Let's go.
Subscribe button for my brother.
Absolutely.
If you in the chat, you disrespecting us if you're not hitting that like and subscribe button. Hit it right now. Listen,
hit that thumbs up.
Get y'all tomatoes going right now because I'm coming with the heat quick.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to my man house across the street to watch the fight. I got my flip-flops on right now. Listen, Tibbs is a maniac. Okay, Tibbs is a old fool maniac. D-Rose almost sprained his ankle because he wants to play him in the 4th quarter up 24. There's never any need for that. Never any need for that, brother. Shout out to my man Knox. Knox played all right today. I mean, he still can't get together with the effort, but, I mean, he's knocking down the 3. Shout out to Knox.
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody can get some kind of fire underneath him, get some good minutes out of him. people online always tell me that we gotta hold our picks. We gotta look like we know what we're doing. Hopefully, this Grunkle star comes to the Knicks. Nobody's coming to the Knicks. New York City got the mandate. Half of these players don't want to get vaccinated. The picks are dwindling down year after year. We're losing first round picks.
Here we go.
We gotta listen, man.
Here
I know,
we
get
go.
The tomatoes going. Come
Get
on.
the tomatoes
Get them
going in the chat, man. Let's get the tomatoes going.
Come on.
People in the chat, man.
Let the tomatoes rain. Let the tomatoes rain, bro.
Let's go, man.
I feel like we should have signed Lonzo, bro. I see Lonzo last night. Lonzo cost a little bit of money, 24 years old. You could have lined him up with RJ and Julius for the next couple of years, or Obi, and see what you got. And you could have still got Kemba. That's how I feel like they should have did this year. I feel like they're holding out for a star player that doesn't exist. Call me Debbie Downer, call me whatever you want to call me. That's how I see it. Everybody staying home with their families in their cities. There's no disgruntled player coming to the Knicks. Anyway, I'm about to go across the street and watch Wilder get destroyed by Fury again. Come on.
Yo, peace, man. Debbie Downer back, man. Debbie Downer back. Look, just let it cook, man. All we can do is let it cook, Al. We don't know who that star is gonna be, and it's gonna be a trade. It's gonna be a sign and trade within the next few years. Just sit back and see what happens. You know, he said nobody wants to get vaccinated. They said 90% of the league is vaccinated.
Yep.
So
I think it increased to 95%.
Yeah.
I have to double check that, but it has increased.
Yeah. So listen, man, I can't get back to that. We full steam ahead. People talking 50 burgers. We can't look back right now. We charging ahead. We want them Hawks. We'll see them Bulls too with Lonzo and all them, and we're gonna see where we match up. That's it. Opening night. We're over a week away from opening night. Let's go.
Let's just be. I'm just happy for this team, man. I don't know. Sure. Like I wanted Lonzo too. I was with CK. I wanted him, but Kemba's here.
It would have been
team
nice.
Looks good. I'm happy with how the team's looking so far.
Yeah.
I'm just taking it game by game. Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Let's go that route.
We are being overwhelmed in the chat by tomatoes with Jay from Florida. No wonder he ran out the house to go watch the fight, because it is raining tomatoes on Jay from Florida tonight. So that is that. All right, last call of the night. We're gonna go to Angel. Last call, Angel. What's going on, bro?
Yo, what's good, CP?
What's good, bro?
Alex, how y'all brothers doing?
Good, man, good.
What's going on, Angel?
Hey, first thing first, man, hit that thumbs up for your boys.
Quickly.
Hit that subscribe button. We need all that. But, hey, listen, man, when you look at, the preseason, man, obviously you just want to improve, right? So I think, honestly, I'm just more impressed with the development of the young players, right? Because, Obi, he didn't really play too good in the first half, but you saw in the second half, he stepped his game up, because last year he would have got pulled out the game and he wouldn't have got back in the game, you know? So shout out to the coaches to, sticking with the players and making sure they develop in the right way, and you can just tell when in the second half, he just stepped his game up and he looked good, and the same thing with IQ, he got better with some passes. It might not show up on a stat sheet, but you could tell that he's making, great decisions. And that's what you want to see from your young players, especially at the point guard position. And then, when it comes to just the starting unit, right? Last year, we had too many games where we were waiting for the bench to come in to start giving them some punch offensively. But now the ball movement was just on point, and you can just tell that this team is going to be different. Obviously everything ain't going to be perfect, but, man, I could tell you one thing, man. If we play like this and we get Mitch back and Noel, we're going to be a force to reckon with, and my thing is consistency. You got to stay consistent. If you stay consistent, man, we'll start making some noise. Just be patient, because, we were getting on a lot of people's nerves last year. What you think is going to happen when we're consistently winning games and making some noise in the playoffs? And it's like you said, CP, let's just build and let's just win some playoff games, and we'll just see how it goes, man. And, my question to you guys is this, who you got winning the fight? And as always, brothers, you guys be safe, and thank you guys for taking my call. Y'all have a good night. Y'all know who it is, the GOAT Simp.
The GOAT Simp.
Y'all hit
Preaching
that thumbs up and have a good night, y'all. Peace.
The GOAT Simp is preaching tonight. Salute to Angel. Holding it down. Let's go. All right, man.
Was it Darth Simp? Is that what we got from him
Simp. Wait, who gave that name? I forgot who was the one that called him Darth Simp? I forgot, man. But that was a great name. Great name, man. All right, Angel, man. Appreciate the call, bro. Let's go. But yeah, I think Fury's gonna take it. I just don't think I just don't think you're gonna turn Deontay Wilder into a boxer. Now, he is a slugger, and you can get caught. Anybody can get caught and dropped on an off night. So certainly possible. But I think if they're gonna go toe to toe and go the distance, I think Fury takes it again. He's quite skillful. He's tough. He's rugged. And, I just thought he outclassed Wilder so bad in that last fight. Wilder made a lot of excuses. The in-ring attire was too heavy. He came out with some Game of Thrones, body armor. It was too heavy. He wasn't prepared. So let's just see how it goes, man. Let's just see how it goes. All right. We're going to close the show. My guy, as you guys know, my guy J Boogie's working on an album. It's coming out. He sent me his latest song called Podcast, so we'll close the show with that. But Al, just let the people know where they can find you, and we'll see you tomorrow, man.
All right, CP. Once again, awesome time. Always great talking Knicks. Man, still living high off this preseason game.
Yeah, go ahead and jump, man. It's all good. Go ahead and jump, bro.
Man, I'm getting close, man. JD's about to get me at that 50 burger, man.
Let's go.
I'm trying to stay at 48, but he's getting me really close over there.
Yeah.
But once again, shout out to Knicks Nation. Shout out to all the mods. Shout out to everyone who joined tonight. For me, you can find my stuff over at Knicks Jets Etc. podcast. We're part of the Fan Side of Minute Media Network. You can go find us on YouTube too. You can just type in Knicks, Jets, etc. period, because no one types out etc. That's just wild. So you can find us over there. Also, make sure to check out KnicksFanTV.com.
Yes, sir.
We got some great writers over there. We got a lot of content coming out. We're working on some things. So make sure to support the website as well. Once again, salute to Knicks Nation.
Absolutely. Great job as usual, Al. We'll see you tomorrow for the podcast. And salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button one more time. Remember, the show's presented by Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com. Enter promo code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. Also, remember that this show is available in audio podcast format. Go to KnicksFanTV.com for tonight's show links. Fantastic Voyage. Check that out tomorrow. The Fournier interview, the season preview with Alan Hahn. We have a ton of heat on this channel that you guys got to catch up on, man. So just go into the channel, click on videos, or we have it also in playlists. Just go in those playlists, hit play all, and lock in, man. Just lock in tomorrow. And leave me some comments. If you guys are catching up on videos, just leave me some comments. Let me know that you're here. And as usual, we definitely appreciate all the love that everybody has been showing. So without further ado, let's get to this J Boogie joint, man. Let's get to this J Boogie joint.
Let's get it.
We'll see you guys tomorrow, man.
Y'all be spitting with your flows, I'm just podcasting. That's right. On the air every day, I'm just podcasting. What? You don't know what that mean when I say I'm podcasting. I'm broadcasting these flows with the podcasting. Every day of my life, I'm just podcasting. Right. Share my dreams with you, mean I'm podcasting. What? You can see my vision through the podcasting. Yeah. But don't forget J Boogie when I'm broadcasting. What? I'm podcasting, he podcasting. What? I've been spitting this venom since Karate Flicks. When Mr. Sims was sharing nothing but the Knicks. I guess you know by now, I seen some tough years. Now I know the reason why Freezy got them blowing tears. Closest thing to the Reverend means I'm the deacon. Call up G-Mo just so he can talk to Legion. I'm squeezing, get my young ones to overstand. Some more advice, Ron Cleveland, Mr. Man. I guess y'all know I'm just podcasting, right? Y'all be spitting with your flows, I'm just podcasting. That's right. On the air every day, I'm just podcasting. What? You don't know what that mean when I say I'm podcasting. I'm broadcasting these flows with the podcasting. Every day of my life, I'm just podcasting. Right. Share my dreams with you, mean I'm podcasting. What? You can see my vision through the podcasting. Yeah. But don't forget J Boogie when I'm broadcasting. What? I'm podcasting, he podcasting. What? I know some haters and doubters, they wanna take the shine. Call up JL, he said, do it in a nick of time. I feel you young when the car drive, they wanna ride. If you ain't Keys, we don't share the same sports vibe. We different, in other words, we ain't alike. My young head Hadouken, he a nick at night. No sleeping, we YouTubing through the daylight. That's what it is when you live inside that Nick life. That Nick life, that Nick life. Y'all be spitting with your flows, I'm just podcasting.
That's right.
On the air every day, I'm just podcasting. You don't know what that mean when I say I'm podcasting. I'm broadcasting these flows with the podcasting. Every day of my life, I'm just podcasting.
Right.
Share my dreams with you, mean I'm podcasting. You can see my vision through the podcasting. But don't forget J Boogie when I'm broadcasting. I'm podcasting, he podcasting. My man CP said let's KnicksFanTV. From the podcast back to the MSG, the network, we breaking news here every day. Run the intro, that's CK, the 2K, the Bills paid. Stephen Fox, he got a dog walk. We'll tell JD we need that new sport talk. I don't care about the Sixers if they falling off. I'm at the rim left-handed like John Starks. John Starks, what? John Starks. Shout out to all the podcasters doing their thing. If you listen and represent a podcast, hit the like button and smash them up. You know what I'm saying? They working hard for you and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the First Lady, Miss Stephanie. Shout out to Ian Begley. Shout out to J Mac. Shout out to my man Tone Wu. Shout out to my man for the love of the game. And shout out for the pause and radio. And a special shout out to my man, the entertainer. You know what I'm saying? Rocking them New York Giants. It is football season. I can't forget him, man. Peace, love, and happiness to everybody. Protect yourself, love yourself. You know what I'm saying? 3 capital S's. Salute, 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 man. Peace.